You're on Unscreened Phone Calls. It's the Ron Fez Show. Hi, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Hey, Ronnie boy, I'm going to tell you what. Mid-90s, no better bargain. Kevin Stalker, couple steals, flash a little leather. Underrated.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Yeah, Ron, I wanted to ask you, now that old Davey Mack is not on the O&H channel, is he going to be coming over to Raw Dog?
I don't even know if I could get him in here as a guest right now.
Man, that's really unfortunate, man. I really miss him. I know I speak for a lot of people that we miss him on the O&H channel.
We all love him. Hi, Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
I just wanted to say, Pepper Hicks, great job on making it so that you can only pass 80% of the time answering phone calls. You are failing 20% of the time, having one guy out a day.
Unscreened Phone Calls.
Pepper Hicks, last night when you called Sean O's beer a Long Island dirt swill, I swear to God, I never heard my girlfriend laugh as hard as that. Fucking
Unscreened Phone Calls.
yeah, Chris Stanton never be smart enough to be called stupid.
Unscreened Phone Calls.
Hey, Ronnie. Any word on Donnie Dumphy? Haven't heard anything about him in a while.
Yes, he's still up in Newfoundland. Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Hi, this is Batista. I'm really dirty. Is anybody there who can give me a shower? What's up?
He's
The big fantasy. Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Anus McGillicuddy is a kid toucher.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Please buy Bitcoin.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
You call those carrots? You ate them.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Danny Ozark.
Love them. Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Hey, Fizz, you're 0-2 on the playing game. Not a good start, buddy.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Call. Oops. Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Satellite of Ron. Satellite of Fez. Bing, bong, bong.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
I'm on again? Mom, I'm on again! Hey! Turn on the radio, I'm on!
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
This is Shelby calling from the other room. I can't figure out how to open the door.
Ron and Fez Show. Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Ow!
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Hi, Ronnie. It's Janice in Chicago.
Hey, honey.
Do you? I couldn't listen yesterday with the gargling. Or the
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Oh my god! Oh my god! And then I was wondering, Fezzy, if with your bet, if Sleeves is penning a song as we speak for his bet.
I don't believe there's a bet song. Maybe there'll be a victory march after I end up on the front page and perhaps win the whole thing.
Go, Fezzy, go!
Yeah, we'll be marching down the street like a New Orleans funeral. All right, thanks, honey. Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Yeah, I got a Saturday for you.
Yeah. Go ahead. Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Satellite of Ron.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Fake McBride.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
I fucked my cousin in the ass last night, and now my dick hurts.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
What up, faggot?
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
The Queen loves Rorschach.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Master Blaster runs Bartertown.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
I appreciate the texting and driving PSAs, but when is somebody going to address this jerking and driving epidemic?
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Ron and Fez Show, Centaur is equals.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Ronnie B, $1,000,000, Blue Ribbon update. The short rib burger's unfreaking believable, and looking forward to the turkey sliders this week.
It's called Blue Apron, not Blue Ribbon. Get it together, big man.
Every time.
That's why I need a screener. Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Pepper, you remember that night we shared under the stars where we shared that cup of joe? You looked deeply into my eyes. You said, it's time for a blow. And then I came into your mouth real gently, and you said, oh, baby, I love you so. And then I said, oh, baby, I love you too, Chris Stanley. And we fucked until the night was over.
Hot.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Call. Ron and Fez Show. Hey, it's Unscreened Phone Calls.
Yeah, does Fez want to be a top or a bottom?
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Ron and Fez Show, unclean nose balls.
Ron and Fez Show, unclean nose balls.
Hey, Ron, you can win $1 billion if you get a perfect NCAA bracket. Isn't the perfect thing to just pay out $500 million in bribes to fix every game, and you get to keep $500 million?
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Chris Stanley likes to fuck with us. We like to do on-screen phone calls.
Thank you for calling the Ron and Fez Show. No one is currently available to screen your call. Please hold, and Ron and Fez will be right with you. Please stand by for your unscreened calls.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Please get your hand out of my pocket.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Is there any chance we can get Gurian in there to heal Shelby?
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Hey, Fez sounds really good this week. Just want to compliment him.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
I don't like cocaine per se. I just really like the way it smells.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
In the choppers underground, I found a butter finger buried. Butterscotch and nosh and peanut butter, all the married mollies cupcakes won the cupcake walls. Now you can eat your only be and listen more. If you sink into the frosting of this simple culinary, delicious butter cup of cake, you'll be forever merry. Molly's cupcakes won the cupcake wars. Eat the winning Ronnie B and listen to his show. That's a delicious cupcake.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Why can you hold your shit in for a 45-minute car ride, but you got to do a duck walk within 3 feet of the bowl?
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls. Whoop. Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Ron, some varmints trying to jump my claim.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Eastside Gay for life.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon each have the same first name.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Hey, thanks, Tim, for coming to the talk radio channel and fucking them all, Dip Sabian shitting all over the walls.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, is Shelby available? This is a chapstick salesman.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Hey, did you know that Jack Hoffman buried his arm deep into the glory hole and pulled out a cod?
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Ron and Fez Show, unclipped Barbie dolls.
Ron and Fez Show, unclipped Barbie dolls.
Danny Hut is a cunt.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Mons Venus or Dollhouse?
It's Mons. Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Hello, Singapore.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
I had a dream that,
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
It's been over a week. No distress signal had been sent.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Juan Samuel sucks. Give the Mets back the extra.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls. Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
April 5th, Washington, D.C., DC-9, stout, cop stabber, never submit and throwback. Be there.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
yeah, the best thing about sheep is it doesn't matter which end you kiss them on.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Hey, I was wondering, do you know that March comes in like a lion but leaves like a lamb?
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
You bring a pen to the shitter, make your mark.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Greg the Bull Ozinski.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone call.
Hey, I finally invented smoke pants. Here's how it's done.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
He was banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time. Players couldn't get a drink at the table. What's wrong with you?
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Unscreened phone calls are legal at Bushwood, and I never slice.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls. It's like references
Ron and
today.
Fez show, Fezzy stash blows.
Ron and Fez show, Fezzy's Death Blows.
What's in the box?
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Jeff Gurian is the worst guest on the Ron and Fez show.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Oh, yeah. It's like when Tracy used to do the news for the hard of hearing.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Bless your beautiful heart, wherever you may be. It may yet, but I'm willing to bet you're the Fez for me.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Saturday, Joe Carter or Mitch Williams?
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Attention, everyone. Testicles. That is all.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Hey, it's the Radio Shark. Oh, this ain't no fun.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Come quick, Grandma's been raped.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Malaysian jet crash calling from an island somewhere in the South Pacific. Please rescue us.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Aren't dishes just like laundry?
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Get the fuck out of here.
That was you, Fezzy. Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
I didn't even recognize me.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods, my back hurts. I'm not gonna play.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
I'm glad to have a friend like Hercules,
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls. Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
How about a Fresca?
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Why does Randy Orton's cock taste like cake horn?
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Hey, Howard, I want to talk about Jackie leaving the show.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Is this Fat Man in the Fag?
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Screw the right side of Diamond Everett and Davey Hollins, Mario Duncan, and Jimmy Eisenreich.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Throw it all away just to make me look ridiculous. And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous. Now you get the hell out of here.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Yes, this is Bill with the college and bill collecting service looking for Shelby. He hasn't made his first payment yet.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Malaysian Airlines kind of reminds me of a little journeyman. Where you going this week?
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
The best Blue Apron recipe is cake horn with standalone blueberry sauce.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Does Fez have Iowa State rolling?
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
My Little Pony is trending on Facebook.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Peppa, baby, it's the freak, the Phantom of the Freak. Listen. Joey downloaded the garbage file, and you got to get me out of prison, man. Listen, I hid it in that thing, the place where I put that thing that time. Remember?
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Me so keg horny.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Dick Slippy. Trip trippy, my dick slippy.
Unscreened Phone Calls.
Am I on the air? Hello, am I on the air? Hello? Am I on the air?
Thank you for calling the Ron and Fez show. No one is currently available to screen your call. Please hold, and Ron and Fez will be right with you. Please stand by for your unscreened calls.
That's my voice on that piece of production. That's my new character I do. I call it Unscreened Phone Call Lady. Unscreened Phone Calls.
Baby Seal walks into a club.
Unscreened Phone Calls.
Hello?
Yeah.
Am I on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Unscreened Phone Calls.
What's up, Dogfish? How y'all doing? I just want to say one thing. Suck and fuck. Love you, peppy hands. Peace.
Unscreened Phone Calls.
Warriors come out to play.
Unscreened Phone Calls.
Yeah, for my Final Four bracket, I'm going to pick Creighton just so I can say, that shit, Creighton.
Unscreened Phone Calls.
Meatloaf. What the fuck is she doing?
Unscreened phone calls.
It made chocolate, but it ain't choke stymie.
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Peppy Hamburger wants to fuck with us. We'll do unscreened phone calls. Ron and Fez, unscreened phone calls.
Oh, you didn't know?
Unscreened phone calls.
Charlie, they took my thumb.
Unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, he's ruining Sirius. Stern is ruining Sirius.
Unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, when's the Centaur going to talk about that time he fucked a guy to death in Seattle?
Unscreened phone calls. Unscreened phone calls.
Waxegg.com, fuck durian.
Unscreened phone calls.
My favorite vegetable, Stephen Hawking.
Unscreened phone calls. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Yeah. Does Shelby, do you lick his lips on the weekend and stick him to the mirror so he comes back Monday?
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Wheel Rouge train, Singapore Air.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
When Crazy Horse rocks, you rock your side ass. I love Todd.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
You don't want to go to war with the Shockers. Don't stop, no stuff, won't be no stuff. Ow!
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
So do Jimmy Buffett and Jimmy Graham.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Now, Del Unser, he was a man.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Ice cream on my balls.
Ron and Fez show, ice cream on my balls.
I'm trying to use the phone!
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
He'd make his shoes look like fucking mirrors.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls. Sick references.
Ronnie B and the Road Dog Logs, unscreened phone calls.
Ron and Fez show on the unscreened road dogs. Unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, could I have a Whopper and a Whopper Jr., please?
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Unscreened phone calls when Fezzy curls up in the corner and waits for it all to be over. Faggot!
Unscreened phone calls.
Best bet ever by Ron Bennington. There's no Z in zebra.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Ron and Fez show, Fez has blue balls.
Ron and Fez show, Fez has blue balls.
Waits for it all to be over. Faggot!
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
My loyalty? For 24 years, people have been trying to kill me. People who know how. Now, do you think that's because my dad is a Greek soda pop maker? Or do you think that's because I'm an American spy? Go fuck yourself, you fucking child.
It's actually nailed that. And sick reference. Ron and Fez show.
Ron, Fez, some drug addicted asshole, and a thick lip twink.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls. Look how mad he is.
Hicks loves salty man balls.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
If you go on Google and Google kcorn.com, you come up with 17,400 results.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls. Unscreened phone calls.
Do the chickens have large talons?
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Hello, yes, I am casting for Blowjob Sandwich 6, and I need more pastrami, please.
Unscreened phone calls.
I did it. I got Molly's hymen. Now, where's that Norris chick?
Unscreened phone calls.
Shelby's got them lips that could suck the dents out of a golf ball.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Pepper, I have a grandma honeycomb. How do I smoke it?
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Yes, you got your big boy shorts on.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Easiest way to get an Italian girl pregnant is come in the show and let the flies do the rest.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Ron, these pretzels are making me thirsty.
Sick reference. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Go to DWM Productions, pre-order cheese balls.
Go to DWM Productions, pre-order cheese balls.
Tom Seaver over Steve Carlton every day.
Fuck you. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Oh gosh. Oh God, no.
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
Well, I have in this world my word and my boss, okay? And I don't break them for nobody.
Sick reference. Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
You can make a little boy cry twice if you wipe your bloody dick off on his teddy bear.
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls. Ron and Fez on. Ron and Fez.
Sunscreen hand jobs.
Ron and Fez show on sunscreen hand jobs.
Ron, get Fizzy a partner.
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
Is it a Julius Erving autographed copy VHS of The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh?
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
Spread the word. Bennington Watley in 2016.
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls. On screen phone calls. Ron and Fez. On screen phone calls. Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
What we got here, little miss, is a prime specimen of Alabama black snake. It's not too goddamn Boku.
Sick reference. Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here? I heard you boys laid me some tracks. Not to dance around like a bunch of Kansas City faggots.
That's another great impression. Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Oh, wait to come back on it. Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
Fez, are you going down to Tampa April 1st, or you lie about that too?
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
I believe that if she lets you eat her pussy from the back, she surely wants her asshole licked.
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
Hey, remember when everyone used to just make references to movies because they thought it was, like, funny? That was awesome.
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
Hey, Ron, you're seeing it again. I wanted to join me for some Chicago deep dish and only nothing but our underwear.
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
I could sure go for a nice game of cows.
Ron and Fez show, sick reference. Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
I reckon I'll be some of the biggins.
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls. It's a Shelby character.
Fez and Randy Orton sitting in a tree. Kissing. What's up?
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
You ever talk that way to me?
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
Hey, Shelby, 2 times. Get the cancer.
So mean. So fucking mean. Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
Drag queen, fag queen, dirty, rotten slut.
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
The stars at night are big and bright.
The Fezzy would follow you up on that. Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
What do you call a Mexican woman with no legs? Consuelo.
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
Ron and Fez show, Pepper licks my balls.
Ron and Fez show, Pepper licks my balls. Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
I like this show. Ron goes one way, Peppy goes the other way, and Fez is saying, what do you want from me?
Sick reference. Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
Now there's going to be this kind of party. I stick my dick in a cake horn.
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
Ron goes one way, Peppy goes the other way, and Fez is saying, what do you want from me?
The replay isn't that long now, huh? It's like that was a very short drag on some of these.
That was about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That. Nice.
I thought it was longer at most places. Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls. Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
When Jeff Tantoliano rocks, he rocks the fat ass.
Ron and Fez show on screen phone calls.
Back after this.
Ron and Fez on screen phone calls.
Hail Satan.
Thank you for calling the Ron and Fez show. No one is currently available to screen your call. Please hold, and Ron and Fez will be right with you. Please stand by for your unscreened calls.
I like that nice, relaxing music there. It makes me feel good about myself. What's your favorite so far?
I'm surprised Shelby slapping his lips to the fucking... Wetting his lips and slapping into the screen.
That's just an anti-Shelby thing. That wasn't even a good call. Shelby, who's your favorite so far?
I guess the one about me having cancer. I mean, I like that he's a straight shooter.
You're such a little Fez. Fez, what's your favorite so far? The gay or the Randy Orton ones?
Yeah, Randy Orton and the cake horn.
Mine is going to be Slim Pickens. Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Where do you say you feel trapped in a man's body? Well, sometimes I get the menstrual cramps real hard.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Hey, Lady Di is not as vile as Tim Sabian.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
I'm not sending you a dick shot. Unless it happens by accident.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Pepper Hicks' dad is his dad. He's alive and right here with me, and he's got a message.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
I hit him.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Shelby and Fez are riding down the road one day. Fez sees a goat with his head stuck in the fence, pulls over, says, "Hold on a second, Shelby." Fucks the goat in the ass. Starts walking back to the truck, zipping his pants up. Shelby says, "What do we do now?" Fez goes, "It's your turn." Shelby walks over and sticks his fucking head in the fence.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
My fire alarm keeps beeping like every 2 minutes.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Born in a mountain, raised in a cave, trucking and fucking are all I crave.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Please get a screener or I have to change the channel.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Yeah, I went over to this beaver's house the other day. I got inside and looked around and I went, damn!
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
The dingleberry is a hang-alone fruit.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Yeah, are we still saying pack rack?
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
They took her garb.
Ron and Fez.
Oh, hi. Last time I called, I said my brother's girlfriend, Julie, was a bitch. I meant to correct that and say it's his ex-girlfriend. Sorry about that.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Please don't do it, Ronnie.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
I'm horny as hell and I want to take Fez's virginity.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Hey, Fez, for breakfast, would Randy Orton prefer a cake horn or ant-flavored donuts?
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
I love your show so much, even though you're just writing a novel on toilet paper.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Hey, Ronnie and Fez, we need a replay at nighttime. Remember to slink upon the rules and some papa. He's got no balls.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
I'm going to be on National for real.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Oh, gee, Davey, people never learn.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
This summer, it's Burt Reynolds driving the Gray Ghost in Welcome to Penn State.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Hey, Richard, it's your dad.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
I see you're drinking 1% milk. Is that because you think you're fat? Because you're not.
Ron and Fez show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
She funny queer, funny ha-ha.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Bullshit.
Ron and Fez, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Mom, I'm on the fucking radio. I'm at work smoking weed.
You know, you can be a big part of March Madness. Hicks, who you got to win it all this year?
I got Wichita. They go undefeated. They go all the way. First time since the 70s. Give it to me.
What's your whole fucking love for Wichita?
Whole undefeated. I want to see something great happen.
He's our Wichita lineman.
That's a fucking great song, too.
I know everyone says Louisville is going to knock him out, but kiss my ass, Louisville. How about that? That's what I say. Dicks.
Are you unscreened right now?
We're unscreened right now. Howard's late. This one goes out to my dogs in Wichita.
You know, what would be really fucking great is if Glenn Campbell played Wichita and didn't do this song.
Not gonna do it.
There's this fucking thing where everybody has to hear their song in their town. There's this, like, if Hall & Oates go to Philly, they've got to do this song called Another Fall in Philadelphia, which was just like way like a deep cut in like their first or second album. They don't play it anywhere else, but they're forced to play it there.
They mentioned us. Do it.
If fucking Steely Dan go anywhere near Alabama and don't do Deacon Blues, they'll riot because they have to hear their hometown.
Love it, man.
We're doing unscreened phone calls here today. And taking a beating with it. Just taking a goddamn beating because we don't have a screener.
No screener today.
This is the kind of shit that would get on daily if we didn't have somebody screening. Now, I'm going to ask you very quickly. Are these the worst callers on radio or best callers on radio?
They're the best callers in radio.
Shelby?
Number one with a bullet.
Oh, they're the worst.
I'm going to say best callers, worst people. I'm going to be fucking totally honest about that. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. It's the Ron and Fez show. On-screen phone calls.
On the TV show Cops, how come nobody fucking acknowledges the camera? It's fake.
On-screen phone calls. On-screen.
The 6 inches in front of your face. No, I can't make you do it. You gotta want it.
On-screen phone calls.
Sorry, folks. Park's closed. The moose at the gate should have told you.
On-screen phone calls.
Is there ever a good reason to fight a kangaroo?
On-screen phone calls.
He falsified his research so that RDU-90 could be approved and Devlin McGriver could give you Provasic.
On-screen phone calls.
What the fuck did you say, Watley? We're the best.
On-screen phone calls.
Anthony Winterhill. Anthony, get that sweet go pussy.
On-screen phone calls.
I just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of the #1 internet radio station, morelikeradio.com. Tonight they got Hippo Juice from 7 to 9, followed by The Red Show coming in at 9 o'clock with the fabulous Footer and P-Rock, and then ending the night with Mark Out Radio at 11.
On-screen phone calls.
The password is Homo Queersicle.
On-screen phone calls.
I clean my own anus.
On-screen phone calls.
Hi, how are ya? Can I come over and use your bathroom? I ruined the Starbucks over here, and they won't let me in anymore.
On-screen phone calls.
Yeah, can you play Freebird for the Malaysian airline people?
On-screen phone calls.
Ooh, he's a grand old fag, and his friend is Fag Hag.
On-screen phone calls.
It's blue cheese or go fuck your mother.
On-screen phone calls.
Hell, I'd piss on the acorn if I thought I'd get that thing to work.
On-screen phone calls.
You're on the face show, on-screen blowjobs.
On-screen phone calls.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
On-screen phone calls.
Yeah, if Chris Stanley had half a brain, he'd be cabbage.
On-screen phone calls.
Fuck.
It's true.
I just found this cat in Lake Erie. It won't stop saying cookie, and it's got a really bloody apple. I was wondering how I get it back to Fez and possibly get my reward. Not sure how that works.
On-screen phone calls.
Hang up the fucking phone. I'm trying to sign into America Online.
On-screen phone calls.
Hobo says unscreened phone calls.
On-screen phone calls.
Have you ever seen a grown man naked?
On-screen phone calls.
Hello?
On-screen phone calls.
He's good, right? Sometimes I shoot my wide scenes when I want to get blazed back on the Winnie.
Unscreened phone calls.
I'll be lurking for you.
Unscreened phone calls.
Ron, they let Bronx Johnny work with kids. Please call someone.
Unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, I'm sending my kids to Penn State, one of them Tuttle schools.
Unscreened phone calls. That's a double reference in a lot of ways. Unscreened phone calls. Unscreened phone calls.
I'd fuck me. Would you fuck me?
Unscreened phone calls.
Ron and Fez, undrained blue balls.
Ron and Fez, undrained blue balls.
Hey, this is great iced tea.
That was a sick reference. Anyone got it?
No.
Anyone get it? Fast times? Unscreened phone calls.
Randy Orton and Fez play tummy sticks.
Unscreened phone calls.
The ones that run are VC. The ones that don't run are well-trained VC.
Sick reference. Hey, did you ever finish that promo that you were doing on the Randy Orton bit?
Yeah, that's done, yeah.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Let me bring it up.
Takes a while?
No, it takes right now.
Fez Show.
Bringing fantasies to life.
Give us the Randy Orton background. What was happening in your fantasy?
It's one of those things of Randy's done with his match and follow him into the locker room. It's just, I see him in the shower and it goes from there. Almost like I'm working there as a trainer and I'm like soaping him up, rubbing out some muscles.
Wait, hold on. And then what happens? So you stretch him out and what goes on, Fez?
And then I get the soap and I start soaping him down and I'm washing the upper body and I work my way down. And then I end up blowing him.
Yeah.
Oh, I've already undressed if I'm in the shower with him. I forgot that part. And then, yeah, he's doing me from behind in the shower.
The Ron and Fez Show, weekdays starting at noon Eastern.
Raw Dog, Sirius XM Comedy Hits 99.
Well, we won't be playing that anywhere off this fucking show, that's for sure. Hey, you've never heard these guys before. Take a listen to what they talk about. Unscreened phone calls.
What does moon comp taste like?
Unscreened phone calls.
My girlfriend and I wear the same skinny jeans. Hashtag some homo.
Unscreened phone calls.
420 is Easter. Roll one for the baby Jesus.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
You can't handle the Fez. I call 40 times and you don't fucking put me on the radio. Fuck you.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Hey, Ronnie, the Spider's Day.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Mike, get out of the water, Mike, and come get a hoagie.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Aquin Financial is a bunch of outsourcing pricks.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
After each show, Fez sniffs all the seats.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Ron and Fez, come stream from balls.
Ron and Fez, come stream bumballs.
Wake up, white people.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Well, Mama, when you're fucking Michelle, do you hold on to her other head?
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Here's to the hole that never heals. The more you rub it, the better it feels. All this soap this side of hell won't wash away that fishy smell. Wine, women, song, and vice, syphilis, blue balls, crabs, and lice. We've seen them all by Jesus Christ. Gentlemen, to the Queen.
Ron and Fez Show. Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
866-SUN-0-DO, 866-SUN-0-DO.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, what do you want?
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Hey, Fez should pay a twink to fuck his hiney. I won't hang up this phone till he buys or fucking dies!
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
Raw Dog, Sirius XM, Comedy Hits 99.
Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
The lone dinosaur, dinosaur. His tail was twisted like a dinosaur. His eye was rated to dinosaur. Whenever there was danger, he'd be there to fight the incredible. The lone dinosaur.
I miss her. When's she coming back?
I just got her application to be a summer intern.
Good news for Shelby. Shelby and Joe will be fighting over that again this summer, huh, Shelby?
Get some.
The producer now. Against the rules.
That's right. I forgot. I've got 2 gays on the show.
Yep. Gay Town, USA.
He's so exhausted with his bad gland. This is Shelby in a meeting. Maybe we could have a break where we do something about something.
He trails off.
Can we do something about something? I mean, it's a good idea.
Thank you for calling the Ron and Fez show. No one is currently available to screen your call. Please hold, and Ron and Fez will be right with you. Please stand by for your unscreened calls.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
If you guys had a replay, I'd get a chance to hear myself.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
What's this doing in there? Faggot shit.
Fez, they're never going to do the replay?
I keep hearing it's coming, but that keeps getting put off.
Why?
I have no idea.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
I hear Fezzy in my head. He talks to me. He wants to give me head. He wants to suckle me. He wants to suckle me.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Hey, Pecker Lips, great job on the new IQ promo, you barrel racing motherfucker.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Sick movie rest, brah.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls. Pull that for me.
Paul killed Carol and now he's after me.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Shut that cunt's mouth. They come over there and fucks out her head.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Hey, Ron, tell that fucking jinx Pepper Hicks to stop picking Wichita State. God damn it.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
I just got shot in the fucking face. Are we clear?
Sick reference. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Mikey, Ricky, Danny, Terry, Mikey, Davey, Timmy, Tommy, Johnny, Robbie, Johnny, Brian. Fuck!
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
A Saturday, Big John Stud or the Macho Man?
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls. Ron and Fez show.
Oh my gosh, I just saw a ghost.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Fez sniffs Ron's balls.
Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, Ronnie, why don't you let Fez take the stick and maybe do some of these calls, or better yet, go answer them.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
I don't ever see a picture of Shelby because when he talks, all I can think of is Michael J. Pollard.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Shit, Negro. That's all you had to say.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Give me the keys, motherfucker.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
I like my women like I like my scotch. 12 years old and mixed with Coke.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
I used to fuck bitches like you in the joint, motherfucker.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
JoelBeaver.com.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Cookie horn. Cookie horn.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Fuck, 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 fuck. Motherfuck, motherfuck, noise, noise, noise. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Noise, noise, noise. Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers, beers. Rolling fatty, smoking blunts. Who smokes some blunts? We smoke some blunts. Rolling blunts and smoking blunts.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Now I'm phone wasn't big cocks.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
The Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Yes, this is the Senator. My hooves are barking.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Now I've got meat juice on my haunches.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
I want to give a shout-out to my good friend Nick Kroll and remind everyone that comedy matters. Experience the worst, and you know it, Ron.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
You see, the technical term is actually a cake horn.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Ron, it's Jeffrey Gurian. You know, it's the craziest thing. After I got sick, I fired all my nurses and hired these escorts. Hey, I'm still alive.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Paul O for Independent Movie of the Year. Yay!
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Hey, Ron and Fez, I want to ask you guys a question. Are your callers kind of slow? Did they take their annoying pills this morning?
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Catch Weird Medicine Saturday nights at 10 p.m. on XM 103.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
You greasy, grimy slut. Between your thighs, green fungus lies and maggots crawl out your butt. Before I'd suck those scaly tits or suck your fuck. Fuck, I fucked it up. Fuck!
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls. Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls. Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Ron and Fez Show, unclean chode balls.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Yeah, this is Shelby's gland. Please don't let him remove me. I'm the only thing keeping his lips from taking over his entire head.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls.
Yo, Pepperham, where that yayo at, dog? Good see ya.
Ron and Fez Show, Unscreened Phone Calls. Ron and Fez Show.
Well, for starters, I'm going to take that piece of Cuban contraband and stick it up your ass.
Sick movie refs, brah.
Loving sick movie refs.
Bruh.
I wonder if we could keep this going the entire day. No matter what we're doing.
Just unscreened.
Yes. I don't know why you thought that needed to be summed up. We all have been here this entire time. They've been unscreened.
So do you want a screener or...
You see what he's doing? He's fucking teaching you a lesson, Chris.
He's not teaching me
Hey,
shit.
is it hot in here?
Yeah, it's warm as fuck.
Where's are we down as far as we can go?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
down. Yeah.
It's the first thing we do when we walk in.
I'm too fucking cold outside. I'm too hot inside. You know what I mean? The fucking winter hasn't gone away. Spring starts when? Tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah, it's first day of
Bullshit.
spring is tomorrow.
Bullshit, Fez. Bullshit. That's another fucking lie we're getting from Mother Nature. Some fucking mother.
Motherfuckers more like
all right,
it.
come on,
Right?
dude. You don't need to work blue, all right?
Right, guys?
There's a totally different thing between stupid and obnoxious. Shoot for stupid. Next Unmasked should be a crazy one, and these tickets are going to go incredibly fast. Tracy Morgan, early morning, come into the city, hang out, and then go out and start your day. I'm going to run around the whole city that day.
It's beautiful. April 15th, Tuesday, 9:30 a.m.
Tax day.
That morning's usually when I do my taxes. Maybe I'll do them a little earlier this time around.
I like to have a nice Jew take care of all that for me, so I keep it nice and clean.
I got some non-Jewish guy who does it. I never seem to get any money back.
My Jewish guy tried to give it to the Italian who works for him. I go, no. That's not what I fucking signed up for. Get it out of his fucking hands.
I gotta find one of those. I have to find a chosen.
If I want to fucking bury a body, I'll talk to this guy about where to go. You know, I believe the stereotypes are true. Fez, what do you think the one gay stereotype that's truest? Because I got mine.
Hairdresser.
I think sucking cock. I think that's the one I found. You're the only one that breaks the stereotype.
I was gonna say blows cum bubbles.
You're trying to fucking offend Fezzy.
I'm not.
Come on, you motherfucker.
Get it from all sides.
Leave him alone. He's adorable. He's like a little man over there. He's like a tiny little man.
I'm incorrigible.
Where's that fucking plane? Yeah, Fez does break the gay stereotypes. There's no fucking doubt about it. I'm proud of him for that. He goes to show not all gay people have to have anal or oral sex.
Or hand jobs.
You ought to go talk to fucking the kids that think that they're gay and teach them how to fucking walk the straight and narrow.
It gets better speech.
It gets gutter speech. I think
It gets gutter.
It's fucking better.
Clean those leaves out.
It stays the same speech.
Do me a favor when you go to give the kids a speech. Don't open up with a plane joke. Michael Chase coming up in just a little bit. He's on Caroline's on Broadway this weekend. I think we're going to keep Unscreened Phone Calls going, though, today.
Nice.
Of everything. Unscreened Phone Calls will never stop today. When Howard gets here, treat him like Brandit. Tear the fucking...
I'll break his badge in half.
Do you have to say fuck like that all the time,
I didn't
Chris?
realize I said it.
What's wrong with you?
I gotta get a curb on this F-bomb. And the other F-bomb, too.
The one that
would help.
Fez.
Yeah.
Although, Fez, I've noticed you're very accepting of it now.
I try not to let it bother me, but it's like a knife in my heart.
That's odd coming with a guy for 3 fucking heart attacks.
It's uncomfortable.
But it's a heart attack? Yeah, obviously it
It's
is.
really uncomfortable. You really can't sleep, sit down. No position's
amazing.
comfortable.
Hey, I got a new thing on this plane.
Yeah.
Could it have crashed into a cloud and be there? Could somebody go over a cloud with a metal detector?
I don't know if clouds are even that hard. There is some weird, American naval base out in the middle of the Indian Ocean with an airstrip on it. That I was looking at, the map, and it was it showed every airstrip that the plane could have gotten to.
You think the Americans did it?
I don't know. It's called, San Diego Bay.
Yeah, it's been there forever.
I never heard of it before.
Well,
You've never heard of San Diego?
How many fucking naval places do you know of?
West Point? Well, no, that's not naval.
That's nothing.
Annapolis.
That's not a naval base. That's a university.
Diego Garcia. That's what I'm talking about. It could be there.
And what did you call it? San Diego?
San Diego Bay.
What a fucking lunatic.
Where in the world is Diego Garcia?
Shit. Wish everyone got stationed there. Look at this thing. It looks awesome. Right there in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice on your fucking day off? It's like being on a boat anyway. Unscreened phone calls. Unscreened phone calls.
Best callers in radio.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, flow phone, back to the bone and on to get it on with a microphone. Home, leave my phone alone. I've been to the low zone. Your silence is my drain. Lockjaw.
Unscreened phone calls. Unscreened phone calls.
Every time he's on the show, we just get too much Gurian.
Unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, I got 2 rules, man. Stay away from my fucking Percocets. And do you have any fucking Percocets?
Unscreened phone calls.
Winkies, can I take your order, please?
Unscreened phone calls.
It's been so long since you made flowers on me.
Sick movie rest, brah.
Unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, ask him what he likes to eat. If he says pussy, invite him in.
Unscreened phone calls.
This is the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I got a message for Fezzy. Sorry to burst your bubble, buddy, but Randy Orton is the bottom. What you got to say about that? What? That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Unscreened phone calls.
Yo, one time I sucked 6 in a row. One time I sucked 6 dirty dicks in a row. One time I got my kicks with Cho, and I sucked his dick and 5 of his friends in a row.
Unscreened phone calls. All right, I got a break here, right?
Yeah.
I got a break. We'll be right back with Michael Che and some more unscreened phone calls. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez on Raw Dog. Sirius XM Comedy Hits. Channel 99. Listen to Ron and Fez whenever you want. Go to SiriusXM.com/on-demand.
You're on unscreened phone calls. It's the Ron and Fez Show. Hi, unscreened phone calls.
Hey, Ronnie boy, I'm going to tell you what. Mid-90s, no better bargain. Kevin Stalker, couple steals, flash a little leather. Underrated.
Ron and Fez, unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, Ron, I wanted to ask you, now that old Davey Mack is not on the O&H channel, is he going to be coming over to Raw Dog?
I don't even know if I could get him in here as a guest right now.
Man, that's really unfortunate, man. I really miss him. I know I speak for a lot of people that we miss him on the O&H channel.
We all love him. Hi, Ron and Fez Show, unscreened phone calls.
I just wanted to say, Pepper Hicks, great job on making it so that you can only pass
80% of the time answering phone calls. You are failing 20% of the time, having one guy out a day.
Unscreened phone calls.
Pepper Hicks, last night when you called Shawno's beer a Long Island dirt swill, I swear to God, I never heard my girlfriend laugh as hard as that. Fucking
Unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, Chris Stanley never be smart enough to be called stupid.
Unscreened phone calls.
Hey, Ronnie. Any word on Donnie Dumphy? Haven't heard anything about him in a while.
Yes, he's still up in Newfoundland. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Hi, this is Batista. I'm really dirty. Is anybody there who can give me a shower? What's up?
He's the big fantasy. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Anus McGillicuddy is a kid toucher.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Please buy Bitcoin.
All this cupcakes from the cupcake walls. Now you can eat your Ronnie B and listen more. If you sink into the frosting of this simple culinary, delicious butter cup of cake, you'll be forever merry. Molly's cupcakes from the cupcake walls. Eat the winning Ronnie B and listen to his show. That's a delicious cupcake.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Why can you hold your shit in for a 45-minute car ride, but you got to do a duck walk within 3 feet of the bowl?
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls. Whoop. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Ron, some varmints trying to jump my claim.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Eastside gay for life.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon each have the same first name.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Hey, thanks, Tim, for coming to the talk radio channel and fucking them all, Dip Sabian shitting all over the walls.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, is Shelby available? This is a chapstick salesman.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Hey, did you know that Jack Hoffman buried his arm deep into the glory hole and pulled out a cod?
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
On a Fed show, on Clip Barbie dolls.
Ron and Fez show, unclip Barbie dolls. All right, thanks, Sonny. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, I got a Saturday for you.
Yeah. Go ahead. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Ron.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Fake McBride.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
I fucked my cousin in the ass last night, and now my dick hurts.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
What up, faggot?
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
The Queen loves Rorschach.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Master Blaster runs Bartertown.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
I appreciate the texting and driving PSAs, but when is somebody going to address this jerking and driving epidemic?
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Ron and Fez show, Centaur equals.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Ronnie B. Main Box, Blue Ribbon update. The short rib burger's unfreaking believable, and looking forward to the turkey sliders this week.
It's called Blue Apron, not Blue Ribbon. Get it together, big man.
Every time.
That's why I need a screener. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Pepper, you remember that night we shared under the stars where we shared that cup of joe? You looked deeply into my eyes and you said, it's time for a blow. And then I came into your mouth real gently and you said, oh, baby, I love you so. And then I said, oh, baby, I love you too, Chris Stanley. And we fucked until the night was over.
Hot.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone call. Ron and Fez show. Hey, it's unscreened phone calls.
Yeah, does Fez want to be a top or a bottom?
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Ron and Fez show, unclean nose balls.
Ron and Fez show, unclean nose balls.
Hey, Ron, you can win $1 billion if you get a perfect NCAA bracket. Isn't the perfect thing to just pay out $500 million in bribes to fix every game, and you get to keep $500 million?
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Chris Stanley likes to fuck with us. We like to do on-screen phone calls.
Thank you for calling the Ron and Fez Show.
No one is currently available to screen your call. Please hold, and Ron and Fez will be right with you. Please stand by for your unscreened calls.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Please get your hand out of my pockets.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Is there any chance we can get Gurion in there to heal Shelby?
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Hey, Fez sounds really good this week. Just want to compliment him.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
I don't like cocaine per se. I just really like the way it smells.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
In the chocolate underground, I found a butterfinger buried. Butterscotch and peanut butter, all the merry.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
You call those carrots? You ate them.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Danny Ozark.
Love them. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Hey, Fez, you're 0-2 on the playing game. Not a good start, buddy.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone call. Oops. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Satellite of Ron, satellite of Fez. Bing, bong, bong.
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
I'm on again? Mom, I'm on again! Hey! Turn on the radio, I'm on!
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
This is Shelby calling from the other room. I can't figure out how to open the door.
Ron and Fez show. Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Ow!
Ron and Fez show, unscreened phone calls.
Hi, Ronnie. It's Janice in Chicago.
Hey, honey.
Do you? I couldn't listen yesterday with the gargling. Or the
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Oh my god! Oh my god! And then I was wondering, Fezzy, if with your bet, if Sleaze is penning a song as we speak for his bet.
I don't believe there's a bet song. Maybe there'll be a victory march after I end up on the front page and perhaps win the whole thing.
Go, Fezzy, go!
Yeah, we'll be marching down the street like a New Orleans funeral.